Hey everybody, it's G-Bub here. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Cruising Idaho event. Now, I got in the interest of full disclosure, I said a little fib earlier. I said that before I would come back and I'd have my head tractor hooked up and I'd have my gear shift set up and all that. And I was going to, but this is actually going to be a empty pallets from Boise to Twin Falls. See, like that one right up yonder. This is actually going to be let me see there. Can we ditch that one? We can do it. Let's abandon that one because the time's already ran out. That's what happens when I try and grab these things and you never know when I'm going to get back in. Said this is an experiment just to see whether or not I can drive out of Boise or not, how things are going to go with the crash that I had. Because y'all know at the end of that last trip, I was having so many problems there in Boise. I was only like a block or two away from my delivery. Just a minute away, right at the very end. And I just kept crashing. And I know it was one of the mods. So y'all know, y'all saw all the stuff I had to go through to get there. Well, I took everything out. And once I finally got it, I took everything out and took out all the mods. And that way it's got a nice fresh, basically, I won't say installation, but it's running pure vanilla here. So there shouldn't be anything that's going to interfere with it. The problem with that is whenever you do that, it says, in the interest of making sure that everything's going okay, they cancel whatever mission you were on, when that's all right. That wasn't a big deal. But then they said they park you at a safe location. And what they mean by safe location is usually your nearest garage. Well, for us, our nearest garage is way down here in Fresno. So they took me from Boise and parked my truck down here in Fresno. So I wasn't going to make this almost 900-mile trip up here to Boise again. So what I did instead is that I used one of the little teleport cheats. So I hopped in my truck once they parked it down here and all the mods were gone, and I used the teleport cheat to teleport myself to Boise, and then used the flying cheat to fly myself and park my tractor over here where we dropped that last load off at. Because there ain't no way in heck that I wanted to sit there and go all the way back. Let's refresh this, because I ain't finding no really good ones out of Boise here. I'd like something a lot closer. Okay, we got one in the heart of Eileen, way up there to the north. And we got another one, let's see, there was one headed over there to like Pocatello, and one headed like, three of them going to Pocatello. And I think there was one going to Twin Falls, wasn't there? Oops, Sandpoint. How far? Ooh, Sandpoint's way up there too. Oh, there's one to Twin Falls. How far is it? That's 105 miles. There you go. Every trip has to be 100 miles or so. So there we go. We got traveling grain from Boise all the way to Twin Falls. It'd be 105 miles, and we got 20 and a half hours to get there. Let's take that one. So yeah, I parked it over there using the teleport console command and then the fly console command. So we're just trying to see whether or not it's going to accept it and actually do it or not, because I don't want to do that whole drive up there again. It's not really my fault. Well, I mean, it is my fault because I'm the one that put the mods in there, but it's not really my fault because I didn't want to be transported all the way back to Fresno. Y'all could have just left me there. So there you go. This is where we were. We're here at Boise. We're here at that construction site. Exactly where we were to drop it off at. It wanted us to pull it, the 15-pointer was to pull it up right about where our truck is sitting. But we wouldn't do that. So everything you see now is vanilla, including the sky and everything. So we're going to see whether or not how well that works. Let's go ahead and let's crank her up.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
Let's turn our lights on. Let's hop in the cab. Let's see here. I thought that was my horn button. Let's hop back in the cab here, and let's see where it is we're going to have to go. Let's pull up our Ram McNally. So where are we going at in Boise? We are driving from up here at Plaster and Sons, and we're going to drive all the way around, across, and down here to Walbert's. We're picking up grain from Walbert's, not one of the farms. All right, that's fine. But since we're doing it, why don't we take a look and see? Can we go that way? Can we go that way? Nope. See, these are one-way streets. That's part of the problem. That's what we ran into before, didn't it? Is that these one-way streets. So we're going to have to ignore it. What's that? Oh, I bet that's one of those scenic things. Remember we talked about those scenic things that you come across and you hit and get like a screenshot type thing? Yes, indeed. So we're going to come down here. Instead of hooking over here on the highway, though, we're going to come down this way because we need to get some gasoline. And then we're going to come down this way. And then I think we're going to come over that way. Yep, we're going to come down here. We're going to fuel up. We're going to get some gas. We're going to do some repair work. And then we're going to pick up that probably travel agency there. And then come over here and pick up this what's probably a dealership. Let's see here. There we go. And go there. All right, there we go. That way we won't forget it. And then we'll come down here and we'll pick up our load. All righty? So that's what we're going to do. Let's go out here and get this. Let's go out here and get this.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Get this trip going, shall we? All right, yeah, we are almost out of fuel. Man, we need to get some more. I hope y'all been having a good one. Mine's been okay, other than a lot of work.
Turn right. Turn right.
Other than a lot of work, getting out in the yard, I'm getting awful tan. I even wear sunscreen and all that kind of stuff, but I'm starting to get an awful big farmer tan. No, all around my neck. I wear a big floppy hat, keep it off my head and keep it off my face. But, you know, my arms and the upper part of my back where my shirt keeps open and all that, I'm starting to get one heck of a farmer tan. Alrighty, let's pull it up here. Whoop, Volvo. Another Volvo, just like mine going by. And it's hauling the dually. I'm hoping to haul some of them dual trailers sometimes, but not right this moment, that's for sure. Let's open another cup of coffee here. Oh, and let's pull on out. So it's giving me all these arrows saying stay all the way over here on the right. We can do that. No problem at all. What's the speed limit through here? 35, no trouble. We know we need some fuel, and we know we're okay otherwise on sleep and stuff like that. So we'll just make the phone part, all the big detail stuff go away and just run on the one up there on the dashboard. I do want to kind of look around a little bit. This is a nice little city. That posted van, you know, it would have said FedEx. We still had the mod in there, but posted's okay. Sometimes I feel like the businesses and stuff in here the way I feel about the ones in GTA. You know, they got mods that you can put in GTA, and they'll turn all the gas stations to like real things, and turn all the names of the cars and the buildings and all the proper names and all that. But I like it being called a Banshee and stuff
Keep
like that.
Right, then turn right.
I like the signs that say Sprunk instead of saying Sprite and that kind of thing. Because Sprunk is a GTA. It's a GTA thing. You know, I've grown up with Sprunk and with Banshees and Comets and all that. Stallions. I don't need my Stallions called. Don't need to have my Stallions called Mustang. Had their names changed to Mustang or nothing like that. Here's the Boise River we're coming across. Let's see here. Anything over there? I think we can get on over. Now, we're not going to try not to get no violations. You know, those last ones that we had were basically intentionally unintentional. In that I went the wrong way, hoping that I could get that way without, ooh, look at the stadium over there. Went the wrong way, hoping that I could get to our drive site that way, and I couldn't. And of course, that led to the the car accident that I had, trying to squeak past that other car that I couldn't squeak past. So I had good reasons for doing all that. It just didn't quite work out. All right, looks like it's telling us we need to kind of move on over to the left. Is that right? Is that correct? Yep, because I bet that one just dives on down into the freeway, doesn't it? Is that one going to exit on down onto the interstate? And what interstate are we looking at up here? This is I-84.
Right.
Let's pull on over here. Once we get past up here, I think we got a right into that service center. Ooh. I didn't take a look. Is it morning or is it nighttime? It's getting to be nighttime, 9:30 p.m. So when we get up here and do our repair work, we could actually take a sleep. Although we don't need it. Let's see what happens after we fuel up and get our repair work and all that kind of stuff done. Whether or not at that point, whether or not we need to sleep or not. I don't know how much all those repair works and stuff like that's going to be. How long it's going to take us or anything. A Cimarron station, huh? But it's nice to see that they got truck stops where you can get repair work done at now. Yet you don't always have to go to the dealer anymore. Let's pull on over here. Let's get that done first. See, like I said, these are the new upgraded truck stops with the fuel pumps on both sides set up like a real truck stop does. Let's pull on in here to Truck Works too. We're going to at least get some repair work done.
Calculating route.
Let's go ahead and
Please proceed to highlighted
take
route.
a look. Let's look at our repairs. Where are we at? We are at 2% on our engine, 1% on our tranny, 3% on our transmission, 2% on our cab, 8% on our wheels. Most of that is just wear and tear, just plain old-fashioned wear and tear. Let's go ahead and repair it. That's going to be, we need to pay $297 because our insurance is going to pay most of it. And we need to pay 3% for our copay. So let's go ahead and repair it. All right. Well, we're done. So everything's back at zero now. So those folks over there can't complain no more when we go through the weigh station. And we're going to look at our configurator. All right, folks. I'm going to go up here, play around with trannies and engines and all that kind of stuff. And one thing I do want to do before we do anything, let's go here. Let's go here. I'm going to look and pull up the truck at home one. We worked hard just like that other one. That was our last thing that we actually completed. Was the whole truck at home event back in April. There we go. The home trucker. That's going to be $110. So we're going to confirm that one. Let's see. And it's going to refund $72. So we will confirm that one. Whoop. And now I'm going to go back in here. And we'll take a look at my engines and everything. And I will see y'all once I get all that done and decide whether or not I'm going to purchase anything. Alrighty, folks, we back. I'll show y'all what we did. We went in here and we went to our chassis. You see right here, we were carrying the short 6x4 with a 150-gallon fuel tank in it. And we're going to upgrade to a 200-gallon fuel tank to have that extra 50 gallons. And one of the reasons why we did this, you'll notice up here, look, normal cargo has gone down. And that's because we ain't got no transmissions that are helping us, but engines, we've gone from this 435 Volvo engine, 435 horsepower with 1,650 foot-pounds of torque, down here to this Volvo 500. We went from the 435 to the 500 horsepower with 1,850 pounds of torque. So it's going to have an extra 200 foot-pounds of torque in it, or an extra, let's see, it went from 2237 newtons to 2,508 newtons. So we did that. As you see, it's going to help us carry heavier cargo, and it's going to give us quite a bit on our hills transversal, but it's dropped the normal cargo down. It's not that we can't carry no cargo, we're just no longer optimized for it, which means that we got the bigger engine, which will pull more cargo and carry more hills, but it's going to use up more gasoline. No, you got more horses, you got to feed them more. You got to feed them a lot more. So yeah, you'll probably see us have some a less fuel economy going on there. So it's going to cost $70,000 for all of that, and they're going to refund us back $38,000 on the parts that we already have. So we're going to have to pay almost $32,000, $31,990. So let's go ahead. We'll confirm that order. There you are. So we got a bit more of a beast now. Got it a little bit more beasty. Alrighty. So let's go ahead. And actually from the outside, you ain't gonna be able to tell a darn thing because the engine's covered up and it's the exact same. Well, I guess one of the fuel tanks is a full-size fuel tank now instead of it being a full-size and a shorty. We got two full-size tanks on there now. So alrighty. Let's go down here. Let's crank her up.
Calculating route.
And let's go get us some fuel, alrighty?
Highlighted route.
Actually, they put us in a funky spot, don't they? It's like pull all the way up here and then you have to back on out. You know, they ought to let you just, if they were going to design this, if I was going to design it, I'd put one of these in front of one of the parking bays there. So you pulled up into parking bays instead of way up there in that know-nothing corner. Hello. Let's put it in drive. There we go. Alright, let's go fuel up over here. So far, everything's been running really sweet. I can't complain. Let's come on up here to the Cimarron. Let's come to the ones that are designed for truck drivers, not the ones designed for the general public over there. All the little four-wheelers. We ain't gonna get all that when we fuel up this time. We ain't gonna get all that sliding out of the dash, sliding out of the car and unbuckling and I think I still got realistic fuel prices in here though. Let's go out and take a look for just a second, alrighty? Let's see, let's save it. I'm gonna save and load, let's save it. We're gonna call this Pick Up in Boise. Pick Up in Boise. And I don't mean lot lizard, just because we're sitting here at the truck stop. So we're doing Gbub. Let's go into mod manager. I know I haven't taken all the mods out because if I did, y'all wouldn't be seeing Cogbinder on the side. So we got the Mega Pack add-on. That's the one that fixes all the trucks so that you got all those interior spots like what y'all saw. Then I got the truck at home, got the Cogger, I got the Mega Pack, that's all the stuff, GTA 4. No, we don't have realistic gas prices. Alright, we'll have to put that in. That'll be the first one we add back in. Will be realistic gas prices. In fact, we won't do it this trip because since we're already at the gas station, we're already at the fuel station, we won't do that. But we do have the realistic mirrors still. Alrighty. Let's exit on out of Mod Manager. And let's continue game. And while it's signing us in, I'm going to run into the truck stop and I'm going to get me another cup of coffee. So I'll be right back with y'all. Alrighty, we were recaffeinated. Got my coffee right over here, so let's go back on out here into the truck stop. And we should be filling up with fuel when we do that. So I wonder what city that is. Is that San Francisco? I can't remember. Anyway, here we are. We turned the engine off. Let's go ahead and fuel up. Price is $2.33 a gallon. And I imagine this one's going to be expensive. Look at that fuel gauge climbing up there. Yep, 141 gallons of fuel for $329. That is still a third of the cost it was running me whenever I was over there on the European side of the channel. Woo, Nelly. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to pull on up here and find ourselves a place to nap.
Calculating route.
You see, we don't need to.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
We don't actually need to take a nap, but I'm going to do it number one. If we pull on up, if we take a nap, that means that most of our trip as we go will be at daytime. So we'll actually be looking at stuff on the daytime here, instead of driving at night again when you can't see all the pretty scenery they put all that work into and all that. So that'll be good. And the second thing will be that, you know, I try to make this as much a simulator as I can. You know, there's some things that it doesn't really simulate well, but I try to drive it more like a simulator than an arcade game. So one of the main things of that is, y'all notice the time there, it didn't take them any time whatsoever to swap out my engine and strap a bigger fuel tank on the side of this truck. Didn't take them any time at all. So I figure if we sleep, not only it'd be daytime or close to daytime when we get up, but we can have that simulate the amount of time it took them to swap out the engine. Although, you know, in real times it would have took them probably a week to do it. But there we go. Let's go ahead and take a rest. I will see y'all. That's probably about an episode there, probably a long episode. So I'll see y'all on the other side of the sleeping here.